Welcome everyone to the grand finale of Sky Terran to Grandmaster. If you guys have never watched the grand finale before on this channel, we're going to be doing 2 more episodes. They're going to be slightly longer than normal, probably aiming for about 45 minutes. Recently they've been about 25. MMR is 5386, and after the grand finale we're going to see how much MMR we have and what place in GM that will put us. Let's begin. First game is going to be against a Grandmaster Zerg. Alright, we know we like our TVZ, so this is going to be a nice first game of the episode. Now, what strategy am I going to go for? In the grand finales, we historically have had a lot of luck. We've always had amazing games at some point. We also had, I think I had one part of a grand finale. I want to say it was maybe the Ghost to Grandmaster Grand Finale Part 2, something like that, where we lost like every single game. So I guess we're gonna see how it's gonna go. Now, I would like to try any strategy. I haven't tried yet, but I think we figured out pretty much, you know, what strategies work. We've tried Battlecruiser first, Banshee first, Viking Liberator, etc. Now, I could try to play a game based on a lot of Ravens. That could give me a lot of, you know, harassment potential as well. Maybe that's actually not a bad idea. Against Zerg, going for a 5 command center setup, putting like some planetaries here and there to keep us safe, harassing with Ravens, and then going into the quote-unquote real composition we want, whether it's Viking Liberator or Battlecruiser. That could actually be a cool idea. Now, I don't think I've... Actually, the name, no, I don't think it sounds familiar. I always try to read the names. I don't think we've played against this person before. I feel like his name kind of looks like it's backwards. Oh, it is actually backwards. It says Vibe Law. Okay, so I guess we're playing against Vibe. Then for some reason, it really just looks like a backwards name. Okay, that's pretty cool. Probably on stream then as well. So that is fun. Let's see if we can beat Vibe with the Sky Terran memes. Yeah, you know, I've actually, especially when I'm streaming, when someone writes something against me, or in the chat, of course, I always try to read the name to see if it's like backwards or, you know, the way I should be pronouncing it and stuff. So it's a little bit, when it looks suspicious, I will notice like there. And this time I was actually right. Feels good, man. Now, I'm just gonna go for a normal Reaper expand. Let's see what he does. I don't actually know what his playstyle is. I know he's a, you know, a streamer. I think he uploads on YouTube as well himself. I don't quite know what his playstyle is, so I kind of think he's a macro player. He's a macro kind of guy. So in that aspect, we would be safe. But I guess we're just gonna do scouting. Obviously, I don't want to take anything for granted. The only thing I really took for granted was when we were playing Raven Heli into Grandmaster, and every single Protoss played Blink. Like legitimately, 30 Protoss in a row played Blink. At some point, I was like, okay, yeah, you know, I know what's coming at this point. I'm still gonna scout, but I kind of know what's coming anyway. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can tell. It's actually a little bit darker in my room because I've lost control of my Philips Hue light because my I think my phone is a little bit too old. The Bluetooth doesn't work anymore. So I actually, yeah, I'm only using my ring light, which is where you guys get most of the light from anyway. But for me, it's a little bit dark in here. I think for you guys should be roughly the same. Almost killed the drone there. That was well done by him. I didn't know what he's doing. Where's the... Okay, there they are. He kept the Zerglings on the main on accident, I want to guess. I don't know why else they would be there. Getting a lot of free damage here anyway. Where's the Queen as well? The Queen should be finishing. He's doing something weird for sure. Either he messed up his build really badly or he's doing something weird. Could be either of the two. I know his drone was going to take a third hatch. That hatch was actually a little bit later than normal. So that's definitely not an excuse to... oops. I'm actually not allowed to make Hellions. I was about to make Hellions there for a sec. Autopilot engaged. And there's actually no excuse for him not to have Zerglings or a Queen there. So... I kind of want to guess he messed up his build. I don't know. Or it could also be like a really weird roach all in, I suppose. Let's just see what we're going to find here. Nothing suspicious yet. He has about 170 gas mind, which is very normal. He's making Zergling speed. And he's probably saving up to either go for a lair or maybe for +1 melee or so. So nothing suspicious to see. I guess he just messed up his build then because it looked very weird. Unless he's taking a hatchery in another place in the map, kind of, you know, thermal proxy hatch style. I guess we might as well look for it. I already scouted his base anyway. I'm gonna go for... No, I'm actually gonna go for speed first. I was gonna go for cloak, but I'm actually gonna go for speed first. Or no, cloak is actually smarter. Okay, you know, I cost myself 10 seconds there, but I like to make the right decision. I wanted to get into Ravens, and speed just takes a little bit too long, especially if I'm going to make both speed and cloak. So I'm just going to go for cloak first, get 2 beautiful Banshees out, try to harass with them, and then go into the Ravens. I also need to remember something I've been forgetting, is I need to get my engineering bay on time, so I can actually start my planetary fortresses. I've been talking about it every single episode. Okay, I want to get my 5cc set up with planetaries here and there. And then my 3rd CC finishes and I don't have an eBay. And I'm like, oh, I guess there's no planetary to be built for me. Now, I think it's time for... Yeah, I can actually get... Oh, I can actually get 2 starports, I think. How much do you mine from 4 gases? I want to say it's probably about... I think you mine a little bit more than 100 gas a minute from 1 gas, right? Maybe like 125 or so. So there's a lair being built there. So maybe this is about 500 gas a minute. Well, actually that sounds very little. That sounds like I can't afford anything at all. I guess I really have to make extra commands in to get my 5th and 6th gas up. Definitely cannot afford 3 ravens without. I can tell you guys that much. Do I need anything else? Probably just more command centers, I think, at this point. That's the only thing that's really going to keep me safe. He has a lot of drones. That's good to see. Means we're not going to die anytime soon. At least I hope so. The thing with this build is that I could always die to literally some Lings running in. Because Sky Terran does not really have any unit that's fantastic against Lings. I would say the Battlecruiser is the best one. And most Lings down pretty fast. But Banshees, you know, Vikings, Ravens really take a while to kill those. So... I do need to make sure I'm really well walled off, else it's going to be a bit problematic. And I'm just going to transfer SCVs over instantly, because gas is more important than minerals in this case. Now, this is actually a build I haven't tried yet. I'm really happy I got the idea, because I didn't think of this before the game. But now we do actually have something new to try, which is awesome. We get a few free drones here. It's 4 drones going down, that's nice. And try to saturate these gases beforehand, just so I don't forget. It's not 100% necessary to do it that early, but like I said, as you can see it as well in the resources, I don't really need the minerals. I need the gas more than anything else. Guess I'll just uncloak these, because it's gonna be a long time flying all the way around. In case you guys didn't know, by the way, cloaking actually takes 25 energy. I've had some people ask me, why do you not uncloak your Banshees every time you're not in a fight? It's because it actually does take 25 energy. So if you're cloaking and uncloaking all the time, your energy is gone instantly. And that's terrible. So you only really want to uncloak when you're sure you're gonna take a good amount of time to fly around like this. I think that probably was worth it in terms of energy. This one might have even been close instead of 100% worth it. Doing good damage so far, though. Looks like we're going up against Mutalisk play. Those extra hatcheries are making me think he wants to play pretty Lingbane heavy. And all the gases make me think he wants to play Mutalisk. So I'm just going to get turrets up. If you play Mass Raven, actually, I know how to play this pretty well. Mostly because... I played a Raven Hellion to Grandmaster challenge already, and most of the effect came from the Raven, so I know how to get this setup down pretty well. As you can see, I'm getting my Raven upgrades on the engineering bay for the auto turrets. I did actually forget this turret on accident over here. Hope I don't get punished for that. That would be a little bit annoying. And let's get these gases up here. Nothing to see yet. I'm sure a bunch of mutas are going to show up at some point, so... Gotta be careful for that. I'm actually gonna go around into the natural. Try to be a little... Oh, the turret didn't build once again. How did that happen? Is one of my SCVs stuck, maybe? Not quite sure how else it could happen. These Banshees are really getting a lot of free damage, so that's nice. Normally, they just have a few queens at each base, and then you're kind of sad with Banshees. But here, I'm actually getting a lot of free damage. He made so many Zerglings being built. That is pretty good for us as well. That means he, you know, probably doesn't have as many drones as he could. Yo, these Banshees are just getting an insane amount of kills at this point. Look at this. That's over 20 kills already, guys, on Banshees. If they got 7, I would have been okay with it, you know. Legitimately, if they got 7 kills, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right for a Banshee. But over 20 kills, how much is it? 23 kills already. Could even bring them back, loop them back around at some point. Still haven't really seen any kind of tech unit, though. Oh, I did forget to saturate this gas for a little bit. Let's try to go to 100 SCVs. And I feel like at this point we probably have enough Ravens. Maybe it's time to get into battle cruisers. I don't really want to move across the map, because if it is Mutalisk popping out, then these Ravens are kind of gonna, you know, straight up suck, I guess. Is the only way I can put it. Now let's get a double armory as well. There we go. And the creep actually has been denied pretty well somehow. I feel like we're mostly just lucky. I'm not using any timings. I just happen to be flying into the creep tumors. Just being honest here, guys. It's not like I know that they, you know, put creep tumors down at the front 5th base at 8:47. Do not quite know those timings, so I'm a little bit lucky. But I guess we'll take it. 93 SCV is going to make a few more. Gonna get even more free drones here, it looks like. And this is insane. Maybe we can even kill 30 drones in total. Still nothing has shown up, though. There's only a baiting nest and nothing else. Where's the rest of the stuff? Okay. Oh, he's gonna try and break this. Maybe I can even... target the banelings? Might actually work. Yeah, if I target the banelings, I can actually repair this, I think. He does have... Okay, more banelings coming in. Maybe I can get these. Yo, the target fire on the banelings has been pretty nuts. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to save it, though. There we go. Let's do some harassment. I did lose a bunch of SCVs, but I have another planetary as backup, so I'm totally fine with that. The biggest problem is that I don't have any units to retake the base. That is the biggest problem here by far. Let's try to get my air upgrades. Planetary is doing amazing here, though. So there is the Spire. Those are probably Mutalisks being built, if I had to guess. Oh, no, it is just Zerglings. All right. Then we have nothing to worry about. So much damage being done here, actually. I would say we're probably still down in supply. Oh, let me make this a planetary. Oh, I have another orbital available. Or another naked command center, I should say. And so far, our plans are actually working out perfectly. The Ravens were able to harass. I took some damage at home, but I feel like we probably killed, I don't know, 30 supply for losing that planetary in Ling Bane. So I really think this was a good trade. We got a lot of economy. Gonna make a few more workers. I really want to go for the 100 workers. It seems to be the perfect count. Actually, can use these Banshees to defend for a little bit as well. So this is going to be Mutalisk, of course. These turrets are not quite done. That's a bit rough. Gonna have to use my Ravens. Oh, maybe he's not paying attention, though. He found it on accident, so maybe he's not paying attention. Yeah, it does seem that that is the case. Oh, what's this? Oh, this could be big. Wow, okay. Really good amount of damage being done here on the Mutalisk. So many Zerglings dying as well, which is fantastic. And my turret survived, so that's really good. Yeah, that's the thing. The only reason this survived is because he found it on accident. If he was actually looking for this, there's no way he expected a base to be there at this point. But if he was actually looking for it, he would have killed it instantly. But yeah, because of the intention there, we got a little bit lucky. Now let's send out these hero Banshees. 38 kills on these Banshees at this point. Just insane. And I still have so many workers, by the way. That's actually insane. They've been doing a really good job macroing here. Pretty proud of this. Let's throw a few more turrets down as well. Just so we don't get owned by a few Mutalisks. Oh, he's gonna lose a lot here, guys. And we have the hold position. Wait, that Spore is dead. Maybe he doesn't, if he's not looking. Ah, oh, we did lose a Banshee, sadly. That could have been absolutely perfect. Now I'm gonna send these Ravens among the bottom of the map. Try to get some more damage on the right side base. This Banshee is gonna die a hero. How many kills that? 31 kills, guys, on that Banshee. Holy. Then we get Yamato as well. I think it probably died, I had to guess, it probably died at 34 or so. Which is pretty crazy for a Banshee. That might be one of the highest kills Banshees I've ever had, without exaggeration. Banshees are not supposed to do that, guys. Let me tell you guys that much. And I'm just gonna make more BCs. BC seems to be the answer here. Might be able to get a few good turrets off. Let's see. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get that much damage. Oh, yes, Corruptors. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Corruptors are really good against BCs. He doesn't have good upgrades, so I might be able to trade against these. But I won't be able to do an infinite amount of damage. I kind of thought I was going to get a crazy amount of damage there with the Mutas being on the bottom. But sadly, there were too many of those. Mutas are going to die pretty fast, though, so that's really nice. Let's teleport the weak ones out. He's actually barely going to keep any Mutas alive here, guys. It's very nice. Going to be like 3 Mutas left. Alright, there we go. It might be time for me to make Vikings, actually. Corruptors are really good against BCs. They're not that good against Vikings, at least if you have enough of them, which you would think counts for most units, but it's actually not the case. But Vikings against Corruptors, Corruptors can destroy them, typically because Zerg just has more units than Terran, but if you have an even amount, Vikings are going to be pretty good. Now Tutu is on the way as well. Oh, one thing, by the way, I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but one thing that's super nice about playing Sky Terran is that I don't really have to worry about where I place the production. Normally, I'm always so scared, like, oh no. We've all had it, guys. You look back at your main base after a close game, and you see that you walled in 37 of your siege tanks. Maybe not literally 37, but you guys know what I mean. And it's just a terrible feeling. With Sky Terran, you can just put out your brothers wherever you want. Doesn't matter. They can pop out anyway. Okay, that survived way longer than I anticipated. Maybe I even could have saved it. Actually thought that was just going to die way faster, so a little bit of an oversight by me. And I guess actually I do have another CC here. I do need to make sure to keep making command center, so if he does trades like that, the only way it's actually inefficient is if I have another one to replace it. Like here, the trade could have been okay. My economy is good enough, so I would say it was probably still inefficient. But if I don't have CCs to replace it, then it might actually be a good move at some point. Yamato is finished, luckily, which means I can basically snack off, what is this, 10 of those Corruptors instantly. You see, he's also just flying away because he knows. If you could find the Overlord position, oh my god, that was... I guess he has no armor upgrades, right? Yeah, he has no armor upgrades. Oh my god. PCs with attack upgrades against no armor are just gonna shred, guys. I have 2-2 on these. Getting more and more Vikings as well. There's a Corruptor dying instantly. And he's running because he knows He knows he's just gonna lose a million corruptors instantly. There we go. Can even actually go for some micro here, maybe? If he barely doesn't have enough corruptors to two-shot, I can actually micro these out as well. Oh, that's so painful to see. Losing all these corruptors just for a battlecruiser to survive on 1 health. That's gotta be a little bit rough to see. Don't need to be careful. Can we teleport that one? No. Good micro by him, by the way, to fall back. But now I have the Vikings, and with the Vikings it's gonna be too hard. It's kind of like the trade in TVT, where the battlecruiser is just gonna be tanking, and if he wants to kill them, he's gonna have to stand the Viking fire non-stop. He's gonna try to go for another BC, not gonna work. And I think this is probably it for our Zerg opponent here. Does have a good amount of money, actually. I actually accidentally brought this battlecruiser back, but it doesn't matter. There we go. GG is called, and we have beaten a GM Zerg with the Raven strat. And I actually really like this strategy, by the way. Oh, his economy was pretty good, by the way. I thought he only had this one, but he also had this base. Didn't take the gases, but his economy was actually pretty respectable. Here it was roughly the same as mine. I had more gas, which is probably more important, as you can see in the ratio. But the strategy was pretty cool. The Ravens were able to do a lot of harassment, and then I could go into the composition I really wanted. In this case, Battlecruiser Viking. Could have been Liberator Viking as well. And maybe I'll try it again. But anyway, this was a really nice warm-up game. Let's keep it going. Second game is going to be against the Protoss. All right. My biggest enemy, guys. My biggest fear. A Grandmaster Protoss player. Now, we did learn from... I don't know if it was the last game we played against Protoss. Probably not, but we played against a high MMR Protoss on this map. I want to say it was a barcode that was maybe roughly 5.6 or 5.5. And we learned that going for BCs very often doesn't really work out that well. We might have to go for speed Banshees instead. I think that game I tried some kind of timing attack with Banshee Viking. And I realized that the only thing that could do enough damage is speed Banshees. Unless they play Stargate, in which case it's different. So I guess we're just going to have to scout and then react based on that. But speed Banshees is the plan. Oh, he said thank you because I wrote good luck and fun in caps. I was wondering. If you're wondering why I do that sometimes, I actually modified all my hotkeys to be on the left side of my keyboard. So I also use caps lock for my 4th base. This is my caps lock hotkey. So if I type good luck and fun after setting my camera hotkeys, I'll probably type in caps on accident. Sometimes I turn it off. Usually I don't really care. Nothing that really bothers me about writing good luck and fun in caps lock anyway, right? Maybe they just think I'm very enthusiastic about the game or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter anyway. Now, his name was Kertuffel, I believe. Have we played against him before? Oh, Kerfuffle. I don't think we have played against him before. I think it doesn't really matter. Like I said, our choices are going to depend on my opponent's tech more than anything else. It doesn't really matter if they're an aggressive player. Like, obviously, you have a limited amount of options, right? If you're playing Sky Terran 2 Grandmaster. And that is, yeah, me making air units. So it's not like I can go for a fast timing attack or something like that if I decide to. Oh, that's a very late Nexus. I'm actually not going to trust that. I'm just going to build my command center here. That's a pretty ridiculous Nexus timing there, I have to say. Even if it's, yeah, I figured this stuff might be at home, but that is so late. I'm just going to be safe here. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. Maybe he just messed up his build. Maybe I messed up my SCV scouting timing. Actually, very possible. Oh, yeah, actually, that seems more like it. I think I just scouted too early on accident. That's what it looks like more. Oh, well. Building the CC on the high ground is not really a big deal to me, to be honest. It's gonna be fine. Now I actually at least don't have to worry about a freaking Zealot walking around the map and into my base, or an Adept getting Chrono just a little bit too fast or anything like that. So I don't really mind this at all. Now we're gonna go with the Reaper. Now the Reaper is gonna be... Oh, I did blocked my... Okay, that's actually a terrible wall off. Now it is a big problem. How did I think it was a good idea to build it there? Well, I guess we all have our silly goose moments sometimes. This is definitely another silly goose moment of mine. I hope he doesn't shade that Adept across because... Okay, thank goodness. Because he would find a wall off. Not quite a wall off, but a wall off that's supposed to be a wall off. But we scouted is going for Twilight, so our plan is going to be completely set in stone. I will have to go for second starport, get speed Banshees out. Maybe do something like get a second bunker? I'm trying to think how I could, like, realistically survive anything. Quite literally. Like, if he goes for a 4-gate blink and I have 2 Banshees with speed on the way, he's really not... Oh, no, this is gonna be rough. Oh, no, he's not gonna complete it. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna make a depot there anyway. I'll just leave it like that. Because my wall is so messed up. It doesn't matter if it's building, it's still gonna be a wall. Oh, he's actually staying. He's gonna lose that Reaper or that Adept probably. Wait, where's my... No, my... Oh, that sucks so much. That actually pissed me off a little bit. I was gonna kill that Adept really easily. And then my Marines just kind of refused to work. That's really unfortunate there. Well, they didn't refuse to work. I just, for some reason, they popped out on the inside. And that's going to be a lot of damage. And that's going to put us very, very far behind here, sadly. As a Terran, I always say, is a very momentum-based race. You can never really afford to take any damage with Terran. So this is going to be a little bit of a tough spot. But maybe we can luck our way out of it. I was going to make speed first for the Banshee. But Cloak might be better now because it gives me like a little bit of a potential to come back, I want to say. But yeah, that's definitely a really bad start. If those Marines just came down, I would have been able to follow that up with the Reaper, not lose the SCV, and it would have been way better. But now we've definitely lost a little bit too much. And if our opponent has a crisp timing, we should be dying to it after taking that amount of damage for sure. Now, still gonna try, of course. Let's try to get a 3 Banshee timing. Is this another legendary timing that I just invented? Maybe. I'm gonna send this SCV to his side of the map. You know what always scares me the most? I feel like playing in Master League and like low Grandmaster and stuff, timings, especially when it comes to the 4-gate blink, very often they tend to be off by like 40 seconds. But I can tell you guys that a 4-gate blink is supposed to hit at 5 minutes. You can see what I have. I have 1 Marine here. There's an observer looking at everything. Where's the observer go? It's right there. Okay, at least it's not a 4-gate blink. But yeah, a 4-gate blink would hit now, and you guys can imagine what would happen to me in that case. Now, he hasn't moved to observer in a while, so that's really good. I'm going to be able to kill it. And that's going to be very pleasant for me. I'm not sure if he kind of pieced it together. It's not something you really scout normally, right? A double starport with 2 blinking tech labs. The scariest thing that he can possibly do here is either, well, first of all, kill me with an attack. Any timing attack is going to be difficult to hold. But defensively, for the macro game, Phoenixes would be absolutely devastating. There's not much I can do against Phoenixes at all. So he's trying to do a little bit of pressure. This is probably a reaction based on my build. Normally, you wouldn't really do this move when you're not going for a 4-gate blink. So, hey, we actually killed one somehow. That's pretty nice. We take those. And he didn't kill the gas. Okay, it could have been worse, right? Could have been worse. I'm gonna go for 5 Banshee. I'm actually gonna scan his base. Okay, doesn't seem like he's going for a Stargate. Like, if there is a Phoenix, we're just gonna have to, you know, deal with it and be sad. Or deal with it and not be sad. That's always the better option, right, guys? Mental health tips with Mark, just don't be sad. Nah, just kidding. But in this case, I guess we just need to have the best mentality possible. I've always found that very often, if something really bad happens in a game, doesn't really matter what it is, even worse than this, it's really easy to give up. But very often, I'm even talking about pros, right? Your opponents will still make a mistake that's big enough for you to come back. And then you miss that opportunity because you kind of gave up after the big mistake. This happened so much to me in my pro gaming career that I'll probably never forget that lesson. But yeah, let's just hope there's no freaking Phoenixes here. I didn't see an observer. Is there no observer here? I mean, that would be crazy. If he doesn't have detection here, I don't know what he's doing. Let's see, he's making cannons. Wait, actually, guys. Well, there must be an observer here, else he's, yeah, okay. Oh, my speed! Okay, barely finished. I actually didn't see it. It was right there. I guess I couldn't see it because of the grass, maybe. The terrain was a little bit sketched, perhaps. Now, I think my plan here, in the other matchups, I like to go for BCs and stuff. I don't think going into BCs here is really viable. BCs against Protoss, they just take so long to build, you just kind of die. The biggest problem in PvP is pretty much that you just die to things as soon as you cut one corner, so you always need to play according to the rules. And I think the only way I can really play according to the rules here is if I just keep making Banshees. It's like the only army I can make, I guess. Like, I'm making a few Liberators right now. Okay, he's gonna try and attack this. Yeah, I'll just have to go for the base here. There's absolutely nothing I can do here to kill that army, even though it's just a few Stalkers. I definitely think he's misreading the game a little bit. Like, he could just be, you know, killing my Banshees and transitioning into something I can't beat, basically. But Liberator actually doing a little bit of damage. That's nice. Let me kill. Oh, this is the last pylon. This is what I was gonna say earlier. I can kill the pylons, and that one's powering the cannons. There you go. And now he's not gonna. Oh, there's the Phoenixes. We found them. He was actually going for freaking Phoenixes. No way. And if we just depower these forever, he's not gonna be able to get any out. I think he doesn't have a single one out yet. Let's see. Is this? Yeah, we need to cancel the Liberators and just get more and more of everything. More and more Banshees in particular, I should say. I think Banshees is the only thing. Does he have an observer here? He doesn't. Oh, there is an observer. Crap. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to base trade. Nothing else I can do against these. He doesn't have any production right now. Should I kill these Stargates? I kind of think it might be a good idea to kill them. I'm gonna fly some of my buildings over here, just so I don't actually get eliminated. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so he has some cannons. I don't think he has... Does he have enough Stalkers to beat me? I'm actually not convinced. Okay, let's try to kill this pylon from here. And then I guess we'll just kill the other pylon from up there. Let's see what's building over here. More gateway. This is going to be pretty exciting, actually. Let's see. Oh, there's a Stargate. We found the Stargate. Okay. Wait, can I even hide here? I'm not sure. Okay, the cannon is really annoying here. I have enough Banshees to kill all of his Stalkers here, by the way. He's trying to buy time for his Phoenix, I think. I'm just going to have to kill this pylon. There we go. It's the cannons and the Phoenixes. Okay. This is getting actually insane here. How is this a close game? I have no idea. I don't have a single command center, by the way. That's the scariest part of all of this. I hope he doesn't have this base over there. That would be very tragic. Let's see if he tries to depower. Oh, he probably depowered this one. Or repowered. Oh, no. He has another base up here. That is so much freaking economy that he has. Let's try to get this last pylon. Hopefully there's no pylon below that. Okay, there wasn't. That's nice. Let's see. Gonna be able to kill all of these, which is nice. Gonna try to go around and kill that pylon as well. Oh, I need to kill that really fast, or I'm gonna lose a Banshee. There we go. What does he have left? He doesn't really have a whole lot. Oh no, he has enough Stalkers there. That sucks. We killed the last pylon here. So he has one base mining. He has as many Stalkers as I have Banshees, though, plus the cannons. That's probably gonna be a little bit too much. Let's see what's going on in the main. Probably repower these. I kind of doubt he has money, though, for anything, really. So, is it possible for me to win this game? I feel like this is already, like, an absolutely legendary tier comeback with the Banshee base raid, by the way. When have you guys seen this? A Banshee base raid comeback against freaking Protoss? Probably never. If you guys have seen this, I would actually be kind of surprised. Let's see. Okay. This is a pretty good angle for me now. He has too many Stalkers. Alright. And the battery. GG. Whew, that was a really close one. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. It counts as a loss, but in my head, I am kind of counting this one as a win. This was a game that should have been completely unwinnable, and we got him down to 11 probes, 12 Stalkers. He had enough money. That's how he got all the Stalkers, by the way. He had enough money because I blocked him for so long. If, let's say, he was a bit more all-in and didn't have this base, I think we actually could have won. But I still think this was an incredible effort, really cool TVP, and I told you guys it's the grand finale. We're going to go for a little bit longer, so let's go. And we got a Terran to round it out. That is perfect. A Zerg, a Protoss, and then a Terran. Got a few known players as well. Ruff is another streamer. I think he's on YouTube as well. Just like the first opponent. And what is really cool about this is that I think Ruff is one of those players. I'm not sure about TVT exactly what he does, but he's one of those players that plays his completely own style. So we're going to play against... Yeah, how do you call it? A wild Terran who invented his own stuff, likes to be crazy, likes to think out of the box against a Sky Terran. It's going to be a really good challenge to see who's going to come out on top here. Now, I do have to be careful. I feel like people like him that are like making their own builds, they don't shy away from a trick, like taking the gold base early, so I'm definitely going to keep that in mind. It is a pretty big map overall. And I think Sky Terran here should have a decent shot, especially if I get up to speed Banshees. Now, we're going to have to see what he does. I think I played him once before. On a small map. This was actually just a regular ladder game, I believe, on my main account. And I believe he did something crazy like double factory mass Hellion. Like, I actually something like that. He was playing a crazy amount of Hellions, and then afterwards, he was going into Vikings and probably mech. I guess, I mean, I can't imagine you got double factory Hellion to go into bio afterwards. So, that sounds about right to me. So that's something we could expect. That's something that could actually be good for us or deadly, because obviously if you're only allowed to make 5 Marines, if, you know, 9 million Hellions walk into your base, rough estimate, then pain ensues. That's all I can say. Now, I did actually forget to scout a little bit. My supply is about, what is that, one supply late, I believe, so 12 seconds. Hopefully he's not proxying me, because that could be a little bit of a disaster otherwise. Gonna make my depot here, so I can actually see if Reapers are gonna jump into the base. And then we'll just take the game from the standard setup, I guess. As far as the standard setup can go, really, if you're playing Sky Terran, right? I would love to see his base before I decide to make a Marine or make a Reactor, so I can make an educated decision. He's going for a super fast expand. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, then we can just forget about anything defensively. I'm gonna make a Reactor, and I'll just make a CC. I'll get my Starpers going. He's playing... Gases expand. If you guys don't know what gases expand means, it quite literally means one barracks expand without gas. So no CC first. That's not a gases expand, even though it technically is. But a gases expand means a one barracks marine expand, basically. So it's like 15 seconds faster. In TVT, usually not seen as good, just because Reapers are so good. But I guess it has its place. He used this to wall off with an eBay. But can I get in there? Probably not, right? That'd be sick. No, I couldn't. Okay, I gave it a shot. I actually tried to throw the grenade here, but there's so little space, it popped out on the other side of the wall. Maybe if I use like this to turn the camera, I could try it again. Kind of funny to see how it goes, really. But I do feel a lot freer now, knowing that he's not doing anything crazy. At least not on one base. I mean, the engineering bay is crazy. That means he's probably... Oh, I can actually reach that. No, I can't. Can I... Let's see. Oh! No, that would have been sick. Okay, unfortunate. We did our best, guys. We did our best. Oh no, we're actually gonna lose. I kind of thought he was gonna do that, but he never appeared, so I guess he was just too late. But it does kill it. I would like to know what that was. I guess the engineering bay is just for a planetary fortress. I don't know what else it could be for, to be honest. So I guess that's gonna be pretty good for us, because we are not gonna be attacking by ground. I can tell you guys that much. Well, maybe auto turrets or like landed Vikings could be a little bit painful. Guess it's time for a second starport already, or actually I'll get it after the orbital. As you can see, I have no money. It's always so tempting right before you make the orbital command to just start some buildings, because it always looks like you have a ton of money, but then in reality the orbital is 150 plus any kind of production you wanted to build, and they are just really poor if you do that. So good I refrained there, because I indeed did not have money. Gonna send this one to the watchtower. Now, one thing that actually scares me is that I think he's known to make ghosts, and ghosts are really good against banshees. At least if you know they're coming. If you don't know they're coming, the banshees can just pick them off when you're out of position, and that's going to be very rough. But if you do see them coming, you can do an EMP. Ghosts do bonus damage against light, and it's going to be a little bit of a sad encounter, I want to say. Now, I feel like I want to scout with my marines. I'm actually going to scout the bottom left here. Not necessarily to scout the gold, but I think he's not going to attack me. So I might as well have my marines out on the map, getting a little bit of vision. In a normal TVT, in case you guys don't know, it's actually one of the absolute staples to play a proper TVT. Marines are less important than tanks and Vikings and stuff, so you always have to send out your marines to scout. A good Terran is always going to have like a marine here, and a marine here, and a marine here, and just seeing the map, basically just with, you know, upgradeless marines for the most part. Now, I got my speed first, so I'm going to be able to make cloak now. Let's see what he has in his base. I would guess that he has a planetary, and that he probably started making siege tanks and maybe Vikings as well. That is kind of my guess. Now he sees I'm going for double starport, and that's most definitely going to change his plans. Unless he was already doing the perfect thing somehow. I don't think I can... Oops. I don't think I can see that command center. I want to walk through to see if it's actually a planetary fortress. I don't think I can actually get that far, though. And now I really wonder what his response is going to be, because he's scanned and he knows exactly what I'm doing. I don't want to scan yet, because scanning takes a lot of money. Scanning is a trap, guys. Only scan when you really have to. That's way too expensive. Can't afford it with Terran economy. To not drop a meal, that is. Obviously, the scan itself doesn't cost money, but you need meals to keep up. Like right now, I'm already... Well, I wouldn't say I'm ahead in economy. I think I'm mostly just ahead in tech because of the build he did. Let's just move these bad boys out, see what's going on. Probably move this one even more forward, because it really doesn't seem like there's anything that's gonna happen. He could be making battle cruisers, actually, so I'm gonna start a few more Vikings. And then these Banshees are actually just gonna be my scout. Normally you use them to kill, but I'm actually just gonna use them as scouts, see what's going on. So he's making tanks here, it looks like. He's making a lot of turrets, which is really good for us. He's gonna go for Cyclones. Okay, we've played against Cyclones before. He is going for battle cruisers, as you can see. So I think I'm gonna have... Ooh, that's actually 2 Banshees. I thought I was making 4 Vikings, but it's actually only 2. I still think it should be enough, though, but need to keep in mind that battle cruisers are gonna have to be dealt with. This is gonna be a very, very interesting matchup, by the way. Banshee Viking against Cyclone battle cruiser? Another thing you guys might not have seen before. Hope not, because then you guys are in for a little bit of an experiment together with me. Now, I'm going to quickly check those rich gas bases, because they would fit with his strategy of making a bunch of BCs. Let's just make sure there's nothing hidden out here. Move this marine a little bit closer, so I could probably spot a battlecruiser trying to fly around the map. No rich gas bases are taken, so that's good. That means my economy is going to be a little bit superior. I'm actually going to make 2 Ravens as well, because the Ravens is like the best unit in the game against battlecruisers, so always going to be nice to have. Now, if he's gonna be so brave with the Cyclones, he is gonna lose them. Wait, I don't have Cloak! Oh no, that's a disaster. I was like, I'll just Cloak through these. Oh, he's gonna lose all of these. That is not ideal. I'm gonna lose 1 Viking for this, man. This was such an insane trade for me. Is he gonna lose that? Oh my god, that was close. 1 HP. Yeah, that was a really good trade. 3 Cyclones for 1 Banshee and 1 Viking. Oh, 2 Vikings. My bad. I didn't know that was still alive. Could have done a better job there. But I think my composition so far is winning. The fact that I forgot Cloak made my heart skip a beat there for a second, but it's all good. Probably want to get a turret here, actually. Let's see. Yeah, he's not moving out yet. We're in such a good position right now. I think his build was just not economic enough. That's the thing with creativity, guys. If you want to play your own style, you still need to figure out how to get the eco intact, because else you just don't have enough to keep up with the opponent, and you're kind of relying on tricks. I like to rely on both. I like my tricks, but I also want to make sure I don't lose the game if my first attack doesn't work. That's my vibe. Unless I'm doing proxy hatches, of course. You guys know me. Let's see if he took the gold by now. Still not, so we are really in a good position. Time to take my extra base here as well. Or not my extra base, my next base, I should say. Let's get 2 turrets. Maybe actually per base. 2 turrets per base, is that too crazy? I don't think so. I'm actually gonna get more Ravens, because he's playing mech. Ravens are insanely good against mech. Let's just kill this turret right here. Bam. There we go. Turrets are really good against Banshees, by the way, so you definitely need to make sure you know what you're doing when you're gonna attack a turret like that. Let's get a planetary fort. Actually, planetary fort is not very useful here. I guess it would buy time, right? Planetaries get outranged by Cyclones, of course, but they do buy time. So maybe that's the good part about them. He's really just making battlecruiser, and now he's gonna switch into mech. I'm gonna take a little bit of preemptive measures here. I don't want to lose to a base trade. I don't want to have it happen that I'm out on the map battling Cyclones and he blinks on my production with the battlecruiser. So I'm just gonna do this. Also gonna go for battlecruisers myself, I think. Since my eco is better, this should be the right decision to just go for basically the same thing my opponent is doing in this case. And I need to get landed Vikings as well. And actually upgrades too. I guess I'll get 2 armories. This is going to be a very high-tech game like this, you know. I'm already on 90 SCVs. That is perfect. Gonna make another couple command centers. Some sensor towers as well. Let's see what he has here. There's nothing in the middle. I feel like I probably have a little bit of an angle here. To kill those turrets. I mean, he probably has a few turrets next to each other. Yeah, he's trying to prepare for the dive. Let's see. I have 8 Banshees. How much damage can I do with 8 Banshees? Probably enough, I want to guess. Let's see. He has a bunch of battlecruisers. Okay, so he's here. I'm going to have to go back. Actually, I don't think I'm going to go back for this. I'm just going to go to my main base. And then, wait, is another turret? No. And if he's going to blink on me, I guess I'll just fly back. Let's see. Yeah, wait, why did he scan? I'm not sure what he was trying to kill those with. But, yeah, the scan was definitely not going to work out there. I can tell you guys that much. I think I am going to go back. I just want to make sure I kill this planetary fortress. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of turrets here, which is really nice. Yeah, let's get this PF. I might actually not kill it, because it... No, I am going to kill it for sure. And I'll be able to escape in time, which is great. Let's see. Maybe... Oh, guys. Maybe if I get lucky... Oh no! That's terrible for him! He just lost 3 battlecruisers. That is insane. What a catch, guys. Let's freaking go. That is so huge. Oh, there was another base there, so I did lose my Banshees. Definitely think it's worth losing those Banshees for 3 battlecruisers, though, to be honest. Not gonna complain about that. How many SCVs do I have left? 69 SCVs. Nice. Let's try to, yeah, get back into the game, I guess. Like, we're not behind, but we're messed up, I guess is the best way to put this. Losing the Banshees here was definitely tough. That's gonna put... a little bit of more of pressure. I also saw a Thor attack my Banshees, I believe. It was very hectic, so I couldn't see for sure, but I think it was a Thor that was shooting my Banshees, and Thors are going to be really good against my army. So I need to get battlecruisers as fast as possible. Not sure if he's still going to be making battlecruisers after that, actually. Seems a little bit questionable, but you guys can tell. I was definitely right about him having his own style. That's, you know, I can say that much. Let's see if I can actually... No, he has another turret there. Maybe I can get some scouting done, though. See exactly what kind of unit comp he's going for. Would be nice. Now, something of mine actually got denied. Oh, there's a battlecruiser there. Okay. Well, but now we know he's making more... Oh, it's the gas. Now we know he's making more battlecruisers, which is good. And I'm also going to be making my own battlecruisers. Getting my 2-2 up... Oh, it's actually 1-1. Damn. Thought I was a little bit further... progressed, I guess, than I thought I was. Now, I'm not quite sure how much supply... It's a really awkward game to read. I killed his third base, which seemed to be more important, but then he also had, you know, that fourth base that I didn't know about. So I'm not quite sure if we're doing well or we're doing terrible. Like, I actually don't know here. I guess we can only tell by time. See? Oh, he has a bunch of Thors. Yeah. Yeah, this army's... I wouldn't say it's unbeatable, actually. And as long as I have my... Why did I get Drilly Claws again, Mark? Not this time. This is the one time I couldn't afford it. Like, I need my landed Vikings to kill the Thor. Oh my god, I hate... I should literally unhotkey that upgrade, to be honest. I should unhotkey Drilly Claws. Change my mind, guys. Let's see if I can get this one for free. There we go. If you guys didn't know, the interference matrix stops it from teleporting away. So now we're just gonna have like a really awkward fight. This is... I would say this is not a good move by him, to be honest. I think this is a pretty rough move, and... Well, rough. I actually meant that in the actual sense of the word, not because it's his ID. If I had servos, it would be a lot more pleasant, that's for sure. But he's just gonna lose every single unit for free here, pretty much, so... That is really nice for us. There we go. Every single unit's gonna die for free. And that is super, super nice. That is 48 supply down the drain, actually. As you can see, the Vikings are absolutely destroying these stores. Oh, I should have kept those landed for a little bit longer. Guess we'll do another disable. We had enough resources for it, so it's fine. But yeah, that was a massive win in our favor. And I don't know if his economy is as good as ours. I would guess it's probably not. He has this base. Do I have enough disables? No, I don't. Do I have servos? No, I don't. Because I freaking... Oh, man. Mark. You see, even I make the same mistake every single game again. Don't worry about it, guys. It's it's all of us, okay? Now you guys know. I'm just gonna land my Vikings on top of all of them, and then we should be pretty fine, I think. Let's make sure to not target the one that's actually disabled first. Oh, he was actually shooting my battlecruisers, or my battlecruisers were doing the tanking, even though my units were on the ground. That's pretty sick. And now you can see how good Vikings are against mechanical stuff. Every single turret is gonna die, and I do want to say this was probably the last of his economy here. He does have... That's a planetary, right? Yeah, it says also... No, this was actually not a planetary. Okay. I forgot to pay attention to it. I wanted to check it in the early game, but at some point I forgot about it. I can even do 2 Yamatos per Thor. Gonna be pretty sick. Oh, that's a misclick. That's definitely not what I wanted to do there. Stop walking forward like baboons, please. There we go. They actually say the Thor is the dumbest unit, but it might be the battlecruiser. Okay, let's see. I'm killing all the SCVs for him targeting my BCs. I think that's probably worth it. And now we're on top of them. Does he have upgrades? 2-1 against 1-1. And there we go. Pretty good micro by him there, actually. I thought it was going to be a little bit easier to clean this up. But with the Thors in the back, hiding behind the SCVs and the missile turrets, he actually did pretty fantastic. Now the Yamato's going to finish that one off. And there we go. We beat Ruff in a... creative Terran off. Really enjoyed this TVT. Probably one of the more fun TVTs we've played. He had a cool style. I had a really dank style with the Sky Terran. You can tell my economy was absolutely insane. 1,500 gas a minute. Didn't get to land this gold because of the Thors, but it is what it is. And I think this was a really awesome episode. I actually think all 3 games were really awesome. And this was part 1 of the grand finale. If you enjoyed it, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tune in 2 days, I believe, or 3 days for part 2. Adios.